Hey guys, it's a comparison. As you can see, we have two machines. We have the Oscar II by Nuova Simonelli, and we have the Appartamento from Rocket. Hi, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee here, and I'm here to just compare these two machines and give you the stats on them because they kind of fall into that same category, heat exchanger machines. Let me just tell you the stats on them, get that out of the way. Heat exchanger on the Rocket is 1.8 liter. On the Nuova Simonelli Oscar II, it is 2 liters. The water reservoir right back here on the Rocket is 2.25, and on the Oscar II, it is 2.8 liters. So let's just get that out of the way. The water reservoir is right back here on the Rocket. And let me point out, they put this baffle on the outside of some of the newer models of the Rockets to keep Farbeedoos from going down through the holes into the water. And the water reservoir on the Musica, or the Oscar II, this is not the Musica, is right here. And if you remember, on the old one, it just had a small hole. You couldn't get your hand down in there to clean. This is now a much better system. You can get your hand down in there and scrub the inside of that out if you really want to. So let's just talk about the Rocket. It is a anti-burn steam arm over here, water spigot over here, nice big knobs and valves, lever machine. You pull it up and it engages, and it also has a pre-infusion that I'm going to show you in a minute. The manometer right down here tells you the pressure inside the boiler. E61 brew head has hot water running through it all the time to keep the brew temperature and everything consistent, right from the boiler to the cup. 58 millimeter full-size portafilter comes with a single and a double, so you can do the little one or the bigger one if you like. Let's see, solenoid valve, drip tray right here. Typical drip tray for Rocket. Typical, oh, look at these feet, huge. Typical stainless steel, highly polished casing. They don't skimp on their casings at all. Very nicely done. And new with the Appartamento, see these cutouts? They come in either a coppery bronze color or white. Kind of nice. I think it's a nice touch. Also has a plastic cup surround up here, which at the time of me doing this comparison, there isn't a metal one available, but we'll see if Rocket doesn't come up with something along those lines. And also we have cup warmer up here. If you put your cups up here, this is very hot. This machine has been on for about a half an hour or so to get it up to speed. So we just want to point that out. It takes a while to get these hot. You want them on for about 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes with the portafilter in place so everything is at the same temperature. Let's move on over to the Oscar II. This machine was produced initially an all plastic casing. They have now added stainless steel. If you notice, stainless steel panels on the front and the sides, or the front and the sides. Plastic up here, plastic in the back. So they've just taken it up quite a notch, actually. And the other thing they've done on this that's different is volume buttons on for what's going to go down into your cup. And these are programmed and they are time-based. They are not volume-based. If you want volume-based, the Musica has that. Paddle up here for the steam arm, and this is a traditional steam arm. It is not an anti-burn. 58 millimeter portafilter as well, same as the Rocket. Drip tray right down here is plastic like the rest of the casing. One little caution on this. See these holes? See these nubbins? When you have this in here, those nubbins go down into the holes. If for some reason you get this drip tray really, really full and you lift, you're going to dump a little back here. I did it one day. Just saying. This one also has a 3-way solenoid valve. You just can't see it built into it. This machine comes 2 different ways. You have to order it the way you want it. Tank or plumb. 2 different models. You can't switch it afterwards. You have to decide which one you want. This is tank only. If you want a plumbed-in model, move on up to the Premium Plus or the Evolution, something like that. That's just the way it is. That's the way they make it. This is to keep the price down. This is, I mean, they put it into other features, I would say, the niceties or whatever you want to call it. Look at that stainless casing. So, what else do we got going on here? This is when your water has run out. This is when your boiler has kicked in and it'll go red. On this one here, if your water runs out or you're using water that does not contain enough minerals on this machine, you want to have not distilled water, not reverse osmosis. It has to have some minerals. That's how it detects if it has water. If you have water in there and it's blinking, telling you no water and it won't run, put a little bit of salt in there and see if it makes a difference. And it probably will. On off right here. And on this one, the on off is kind of snuggled back in here. It's right here. You just saw it. So, let me just make this brew. You'll hear pre-infusion. It has a 1-second pre-infusion built into it. You cannot change that pre-infusion. It is what it is. Rotary pump, rotary pump. Vibratory pump, vibratory pump. I'm sorry, that's, said that wrong. This is an autofill. It's going to make sure that the boiler is always full. I'm going to stop that. The other thing I want to show you is on this one, when you pull this lever up, you're going to get a pre-infusion. And it'll go as long as you want it to. And then if you pull it up, you're going to get your, and you can hear the pumps. You're going to get your actual brew. One other thing I wanted to show you. We never show this. This machine has a hot water spigot. Woohoo! Very hot. Autofill as well. It's refilling that boiler. It knows that it took water out of there. The Oscar II does not dispense water. They did not change that. It never dispensed water. If you want that, you got to move it up to the Musica. That one does. But this one does not dispense hot water. So, those are some of the main features. Heat exchanger, volume control, not volume control, pre-infusion, a little bit longer if you want it. 1-second pre-infusion built into it, you can't change it. Anti-burn steam arm, burn steam arm, and I'm going to turn those on for you. And this lever up here, that's how that works. Strong steam on both. I would say maybe a tad stronger on the Oscar. I'm not crazy about that when that flips down. That's a harsh landing. It just feels, you really got to take it back manually with your hand. Don't let it just pop back. That's the Appartamento from Rocket versus the Oscar II from Nuova Simonelli. Check it out on our webpage. More stats are on there, wattage and all that kind of stuff. Height, they're both about the same height. Very compact machines. Leave some comments down below. I'm sure somebody out there has just gotten one of these machines. They're kind of fresh on the market, but I bet you can tell me something that I don't know about it, and I'm always up for information. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check it out. Call us if you have questions. Comments down below.